We're all deeply obsessed with our phones, right? Everyone is constantly staring at this thing. I remember a time back in the day where you didn't have a phone, and if you were standing on a corner waiting for a friend, you would just have to stare into space or make some original thoughts in your head or something like that. We no longer have any of that. We're always looking at this stuff. We're always connected. But these tech kids, they came up with something interesting to get us off our phone. Let's take a look.
Designed to be used as little as possible. It's the size of a credit card, and it only makes phone calls. Works with your existing phone, allowing you to comfortably disconnect. You can go out with the light phone, free of distractions, and you'll never miss a call from mom.
All right, so the light phone is currently a Kickstarter. We've got the link right down below. And here's a quote from the co-creator of the light phone. "We started building this because it became very clear that true happiness means being present. So much of our days are spent connected and staring at screens that we are losing that presence in so many situations. We built the light phone as a way for people to find balance with their connectedness. It's not that we think people should never connect again, it's just that taking a break is extremely healthy in every sense of the word." So I could not agree with that more. Now, I get all due irony in that I'm doing this on YouTube. You're probably watching on your phone or your iPad. I tweet all the time, Tumblr, yeah. It's all very exciting. Anyway, we're constantly doing this stuff. And we've done a bunch of stories on this on the show. And I really am a firm believer that we are actually losing something. Because I see this all the time. Like, I'll have, some friends over for dinner, and I try to make a point of not bringing my phone out. And I think when you do that, when one person does it, then everyone starts not doing it, right? And then you can actually have like a 2-hour conversation without everyone doing this the whole time and looking down. But I always notice that the second one person takes it out, it's like everyone got suddenly the license to take out their phone and start staring down. And it's like we're all humans, right? We're all humans sitting in a room together. And we're all doing this to try to connect with somebody that we're thousands of miles away from or something. And I do think it's changing the way we interact. There's been plenty of scientific studies about how it's actually rewiring our brains and changing our attention spans. There's all kinds of stories about people that are addicted to the internet. So this idea of just having a phone, let's not forget, by the way, that cell phones, I got my first cell phone, I think, in 2001. So that's not even 15 years ago. And basically all it was a phone at the time. It was one of those little Motorola things that I could play Snake. That's pretty much all I did. And, we went from that to walking around with this thing that is literally like part of us. Not literally, but it feels like it's part of us. And I really do think it's changing. So the idea that you could just walk around with a phone, that on a day you go to the beach, leave the smartphone in the car, and there's an emergency, you got to talk to mom, you can actually make a call, so you have that. And that only sets us back 15 years. I know it feels like it sets us back, eternally, right? Like we're going back to 1920, but I don't think it's quite the idea here. Anyway, I'm gonna get one of these things and see what happens when it comes out. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments right down below.